Right, hello everyone, it's Try It Tuesday and I'm going to do some altered time cards. So I'm going to make mine into like the little matchbook things and like a little flip inside. I'm just going to, because yes, I can alter these. I can totally transform them, you know, with gesso and paint and everything. But this week I thought, right, I done a little mini kit. So I think there's only 4 pages and I put them in my Etsy shop. Okay, and these fit these perfectly when they're folded. Okay, and I've done some long ones for when they're folded in half, and then for the matchbox type thing I've done some squares so they fit lovely, because some of these in my shop are quite big. Yes, you can shrink them down, but I thought, oh, I'll use different elements, birds and different things, and just create something just fun to use, really. Like I say, it's only a mini kit, so, and put some little elements in as well that you can incorporate, so just to fill up the page, really. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut them out. I have got some spare because I've done the words a bit big at first, but I might be using them. But this was my sort of templates, you know, my prototypes. So, but I'll go and cut these out as well. Okay, and then I'll be back. Okay, right, I have I've noticed I have 2 size time cards. Okay, some that I'd already tea stained previously. Yeah, so these are slightly different. Perhaps they shrink. No, I think they're just a little bit different, but they're what I've created, you know, digitally wise, still fits fine anyway. But what I'm going to do, some have been tea stained previously. Okay, I have gessoed a load. All right, and then I just thought I'd show you how I gesso. And then some hasn't had any tea stain or anything on. These are plain on the back. Okay, where these are double. All right, really doesn't matter. Okay, but all I do for the gessoing is I'm using this quite flexible. It's one of those Marvel plastic things that kids used to collect. Now I use them for my craft. And really quick is I just do that. Okay, it just gives a bit of base to them. But it doesn't matter if you tea stain before or after, really. It's up to you. But I'm doing where it will be patchy. If you do it after, you know, it will be patchy, but I actually like that look as well. So I'll spray a bit on today. Okay, make it a bit more interesting. Just put a bit more on there. And this one that has been tea stained or coffee stained. So again, I'll just do exactly the same. And you'll still see the lines through it because I'm not using very much. Okay. There we go. Okay, I've just dried off 2 for now. All right, so you don't want to see me do them all. So these are the ones that's got nothing on. So a bit of coffee mixture. I just make up a mug and just do that. This one's already got coffee on, but I'm going to put a few bits on like that. Okay, now you can, you know, do this. Okay, so bits where there's not gesso, you see, it takes on the coffee differently, which is great. I think I'll just a bit more there. Yeah, just if you do this, it don't take so long to dry. I'm going to put a bit there. Okay. And I'm just doing these 2 up for now. I'll go ahead and do a load more so I can show you a load at the end. Okay, they're all dry. Right, I didn't give you the size of the time cards because I'm just thinking if you haven't got time cards, you could do this with a bit of card. Okay, that's about 1/8 and 1/8, that one. And 3 1/4 wide. This one is 9 by 3 3/8. Okay, I hope you can see that. I keep going off screen because I keep going up here somewhere. There we go. So that would, you could do that out of your A4 paper, no problem, or 8 will be fine. It doesn't matter, you know, because this one is going to be the matchbox. Well, you just make the matchbox thing. So all I do, because this, I use the guide here. That's a line across there, okay, with the date and everything on. So I just folded that up and then come down a little way there, because if you use staples, they will be stapled there, or if you stitch, that will be stitched down here, and then this then fits in. That's your little matchbox, okay? And then you just make this into a little notebook. That's all you do. This one I thought I was going to do like a little, it could either be a flip over the page, you know, in a journal. But you could, you know, do different ones where, which I might do that actually, but then I haven't got the topper done for that at the moment. I've got the topper that size, but we could do the square. Actually, let me go and get another one. I've just got another idea. That one isn't right. What we could do, just thinking about it, could be a flip over the page. This one I thought, well, you could put on you know, false panel at the back. That, even doing that with a notebook in, that's still going to be slipped onto a page, okay? Yeah, so that could be either a flip over the page, or you could pin it in that way. This one I'm going to do a flip over the page, but I'm going to make that the size of the topper, if you know what I mean. So that is going to be, say, like that. That is, so all I've done then was just put that on, okay, sort of middle, have a little bit more, so that could go over the page, and then you have a long one there, and you could have a inside pocket in here and everything. Yeah, you know, I mean, you could even have a little pocket there, but that's over one side of the page, and that will be over the other, which I will show if I had a, right, I actually haven't got, I'll just pretend this is, let's fold that in half, pretend that's your page, a little bit skinny, but, and that will sit over there like that. Yeah, and then you can make that into something as well. I think that's, yeah, I'm going to do that, and that's the right size for those. If I'd have done it, if the other way, that wouldn't have worked, but this will work still, don't get me wrong. Not to go there, you see, and then you can pick one of those, and that fits there, okay. And then you've got another one there where you could put another one there if you wanted, no problem. And then that just, but you still have to pin that. Whereas my idea was, this is a little notebook, and then because that's on there, that will just sit on the page like that. Like so, done up, if you know what I mean. So my printer, actually, my laser printer is not kicking out enough yellow. It's making everything look a bit grey. It's weird at the moment. I don't know why, and yet that yellow worked on that one. So it's slightly warmer. You're seeing it as exactly the same thing. I think it's, yeah, playing up a little bit. I had to reset it the other day because the yellow toner wasn't coming through. I just had to clean it, so hopefully it doesn't go wrong again. Right, and that yellow is quite bright. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, sorry, I've been videoing all my videos I've lost, and I'm like, oh, I got to do this now. I want to do it, mine, don't get me wrong, because I love doing it. But I was like, oh no, I've still got to catch up on my others, but it doesn't matter. I haven't sprayed these yet, so I need to spray that one really, because I'll be 3 samples I'm doing there. Yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm going to ink them all up. So this one is just folded in half. Okay, this one is folded so that that line there is up there. Okay, which gives you the flip, and then it's folded down with just leaving a little bit there. All right, mustn't touch this fold here. Okay, because if you staple that or do what you normally do with the flips, then it won't work. So that's that one. And then this one is, I done it around that, which is, I just folded down 3.5, okay, inches down, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to do this one first. Okay, flip that one up. Oh, I've got walnut stain here today, so it's different. I think this is quite old, so okay, right. I've cut pieces of paper. I'm not going to use all those in there, but it'll be too thick. 3, 4 maybe. Let's have a look. Okay, so I've cut them. It's usually about 1/8. Oh, that's a bit bigger, that one. So I'll put that one there. Don't know what happened there. And they're all the same size-ish. So let me have a look. I think they need to, I think this one is for the bigger, wider one. So I'm just going to nip a little bit. I didn't realise there was different sizes actually. So I'm going to just trim a little bit off of that. And it moved. Okay. Just going to trim the bottom there. Okay. And that fits in there a bit neater then, yeah? So that will be up there, okay? So I would stitch along here, there, or glue. A bit like doing the little ones that Yvonne done, really. It's sort of a take on that, really. So you just put a bit of glue there. If you folded these, you wouldn't have to do this, but I'm going to have to glue everyone in. Just put a bit, because I'm going to stitch mine anyway. Just added a lot of spare bits of paper, so I'll just use that. I'm cutting off from journals and things. Right, so most people actually, I hope that's not gonna, that's not too low. It might be. Okay, right, I would here, right, just staple along there or stitch there. That helps keep that in, but I'm just a little bit, I think I need to take a little bit off of there looking at it. So let's just put that out of there a minute. I want to see. There we go. You can stitch here as well. Okay. And I'll soon tell. Yeah, too long. That's okay. So let's get the right length for all the others. I'll cut that. Oh. I think Probably easier if I pull that off, don't you? We get the right length then. So I think so 3.5 there. Might be still too much. I reckon 3.25. Or 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 3/8, I reckon. Let's try that. Might not be enough. Nope, that is right. Yeah. And then that goes in there as well. And sits in there. Yep. Right, I'll give you the measurements now. So that was 3 3/8. Okay, up there and across was 3 1/8. Yeah, 3 would be fine really. If you want to keep everything rounded, that is fine too. Okay, so that's just the staples. All right, I'm going to decorate this here. Okay, I suggest this is just a bit of paper. I think that was left over from what I was doing, a collage sheet, I think. So could do something like that covers the staples. Yeah, just a bit of music paper or something, anything, book page. Or you can stitch along that line there, yeah. I thought I'd show you that way today with the staplers. That's how I used to do them years ago. Loads of people have done these. Okay, so I'm going to go and stitch along there, okay? And then we'll do up the front and just a little bit more as well. Okay, I've just inked around these, okay? And I think I'm going to put that one there and I'll put that one there. Okay, that's simple, really. You could make loads of these up. You can do these with scrapbook paper, you know, so many different things. Just normal coffee stain card, you know. At least these little things now, I know with the measurements, they fit lovely. So that's really easy. I don't have to go searching for anything. I just print them out. So, oh, I'll make some of them up now. I do try and make my life easy for me, just to so I'm sorting some of my sort of like tickets out. I think, oh, I'm going to put all my tickets all together so I can just print out a load of tickets, and I have those because they're all dotted around in different kits. And that's what I said about the mini ephemera, the flora one that I done. I just put loads together. You know, yeah, there were some new things. It wasn't all in the kits, but some of the images most probably have been used, but that worked great for me. Yeah. Do you know what? That you can still write on there if you want, but it's nice to actually see that it's what it is. Yeah, it is a time card. Yeah. And again, that if you wanted, these can be clipped in. You know, and you can hide this under that paper there. Yeah. Where's my journal page? There is my journal page. And then again, it just clips in. Okay, like that. Easy peasy, that one. So you could do 50 of them, and they're all really nice. If you do Happy Mail and everything, you know, to give a couple away, because I make a load of things up, and I like to add, you know, a couple of things that I've actually made to the parcel or whatever. It's always nice to do that, I think. and then they can put them in their journals or whatever. Right, this one, should we go that way? Okay, this is just in half, this one, but again, make that into a little booklet. What have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Use all your square bits. So that is going to go there. That fits nicely on that one. Yeah, it's like I said, that other one's slightly different size. So I'm just going to go and sew this in. Okay, I don't need to glue it if I'm going to sew it. So if not, you have to, if you don't sew, you have to glue every page or use one that's been folded over. Just like I said, I just feel like I'm repeating myself today. Okay, because I can just hold it there and stitch it. All right, and I'll be back in a minute. There we go, it's just stitched along there. Okay, and then all I'm going to do here, I'm going to add a bit of lace to this one for the front. I think down here. Trim that off better in a bit, and then ink up this. I've gone back to my vintage photo because the walnut stain is had it. I really must get a new one. The actual pad has had it as well. It's years old, so I'm not going to re-ink it because it's not holding the ink. It's sort of like dead flat. It's Sunday today. I was videoing all day yesterday, and then I was editing last night and I kept falling asleep when I was editing. It says a lot for my videos. I was like headbutting the iPad. And then my husband said, I think you better stop, Andrea. I went, yeah. So I watched Casualty instead. Oh, I didn't ink up around this one, did I? That's lovely. Right, you could put a pocket on inside there. Okay, no problem at all. And again, this I'm not sure whether it'll go over the page with the booklet in. I'll have a look. It should do on the back. Yeah. Okay, you can put it there, and then you put your clip on. You know, you clip on the top. I usually do use smaller ones than this, and you put that on the top. Okay, that would hold it down. You've got your booklet there. Okay, or you can put it together like that and pin it again that way, but I'm going to have the big bit inside because you don't see that. Oh, that goes like that. So again, use it, and then you can, you know, add more stuff to this. Yep, no problem. But that's it in its basic form. Yeah, which you can knock out loads, and then you can always decorate more. Yeah, that's that one, and that one, and we do this one. So this one I'm definitely going to put a pocket. You could use another one, or I suggest a bit of paper because you really don't want it too thick. Okay, and that is going to be, hold on a minute, I just got to make sure. That's that. So you're going to see that side. Yeah. So we need a bigger one on this one. Say like that. Yeah. And then you could have something down here. Yeah. That still fits width-wise, but we need down there. That's okay. We can use a bit of what I had before, which I don't know where it's gone. I did have a piece that I'd already done. Okay, we can do another bit. Let me put them out the way. And this one, instead of it being a notebook, could be a pocket. Oh, there it is. So you could have something like that. And then your word there. Yep, I'm going to do that. And then a pocket on the inside. Perfect. So I will get a bit of coffee paper. I'll use that, I think. Oh, I wonder if I got a bit, actually, no. I'm going to use a bit of pattern paper instead. It's not as though I haven't got any. I think I'm going to use this one. That looks quite nice. You don't see this because, you know. Okay. You can either do it with your flaps for your pocket, or I usually cut it the same size and then fold it down, and then it gets me the right size for my pocket. I don't measure much, as you know. So I tend to just do that, and then like that. I'm going to stitch mine in. If you want your flaps, then you have to do it an inch bigger, and then you've got your ½ inch each side for your, you know, your flaps of your pocket. Okay. So this, I'm doing two at the same time. So I come down here like that. That gives me a bit more strength. Yeah. So I'm going to cut that down because I'm actually doing 2 pockets. Shouldn't do that really. Oops. Okay. So I come down a bit there then. Actually, I'm going to come down a bit further. Right there. Okay. So I'm going to have a lot of those, but I can do collage with them. Yeah. So I'm going to cut that off as well. So I do 2 at the same time. And that will be my pocket. If you're stitching. If not, then you have to add your sides, which I will do for you just to show you. But I have done, there's loads out there. I'm sure most of you know how to do your pockets and everything, in case you didn't. So then I've got my pocket that will be stitched in, which I'll just do this one first just to show you. I shall glue that down because that gives me extra support at the top. Yeah. And then I've got a circle punch. Do that. And I just put the smallest amount of glue, hardly any at all. Yeah, just to hold it in place. stitch around. Right, okay, so that could be that. We could, in theory, do a little pocket there as well with that, which I'm going to do, but I will reinforce the top, a bit of washi tape. Oh, I think we used to do things like this for the mini albums years ago. Okay, use your punch. Okay, and that's if you're just stitching. Okay, so you don't have to, I mean, you still do that and glue it down, don't have to stitch it, but just put a bit more glue on. Okay, now I'll do one with the proper way. So that's my size, isn't it? Okay. Do that one. I haven't got enough that way. So I'll do this first, 4 3/8. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the width of my pocket. Yep, and then my height. I want. So I want to fold some down. So it's about. I would say if I do 5 inches. No, hold on. I need a flap here as well, so 5 1/4 or 5 1/2. I will do. I'm most probably totally confusing you. Then you need your score boards, and you score on 3 sides. At 1/2 inch, yeah. And the bottom. And the other side. I like embossing tools for doing this. I really don't like these, especially when you're doing it at arm's length and not looking over where you're doing it. Okay, so here's my 3 score lines, yeah. So what I will do now is check my size. Okay, I'll do it on this side where I want the pocket to be. Okay, because that's got to come up. Let's fold that up. Okay, that's fine. Yep. Fine if it was straight. Okay. Okay. Let me fold these in. God, it's been a while since I've done these. That's the top, okay, and then you have to cut these out, and I usually mitre a little bit. Yep, just cut that box out there, but I'll just mitre a bit. Okay, so I'll come in here and then come up there. Yep. Then you can do this as well. Okay, cut that box out like you're doing an actual box actually, And then you fold this over, which I'll show you. Like that. So you've cut all 4 sides out. And this is your top, okay? And that's stuck down for reinforcement. If you forget to do this, it doesn't matter. You can always put your washi tape in, like that. And here is your pocket. And then punch. I think they're working in the garden next door. Sounds like the barbecue. Getting everything out, I think. Getting ready for the holiday makers. And that, okay, I'm not putting it on here, but I'm just saying we'll fit in there then. Like that. Okay, and here's your pocket. Right, that's just if you want to put more things in and you want flaps, all right? But I don't put a lot of things in mine, and I think the more space you have, the more you tend to put in it. And then, of course, the journal gets full. But that's that part. And it is exactly the same for any pocket, you know. I mean, if you're using card, you don't need to do the reinforcement. But like I said, if you don't do it, you just use the inside with a bit of washi tape. Like you saw me do here with that bit that was left. I was just utilising that bit, you know. So, right, I'm going to go in, stitch around mine now. Okay, that's all stitched around. So a bit of lace on this one on the front, yeah, because I'm looking at those are gonna, because this is there, yeah, like so, and that is there. If you didn't want to see the green out there, then you can use a bit more gesso, you know, that you can do that. But it's actually quite nice sometimes to see that you've actually used a time card, you know, or else it could be anything really. So, but I am going to use a little bit of gesso. Okay. If I wanted to cover it, I'd use acrylic paint, but as you know, gesso, just the one I use anyway, is quite thin, and it's dries, like, just dulls it a bit, which that is what I like. Yeah. Oh, I need that one first, really, just in case. So just do that quickly. It just takes the eye away with that gesso on. That's fine. That's fine. And then we've got, you know, our 2 pockets there, and then we decorate this again at the back, and I've got a little bit of music paper for the bottom. So you could put your butterflies on the bottom and do what you normally, you know, put loads of decorations on if you wanted. I'm just gonna put a bit of that. All sticking to my fingers now. I need to go wash my hands. With all the gesso on it. Oh dear. I'm glooped up. It's a good word, isn't it? Glooped. Oh no, I'm going to waste my gesso. Can't do that. Right, but you see what I mean, you know, I just dulled that down, and then once it's not really quite dry because I didn't dry it with a dryer, but you just go back over, you know, and there we go. That's the back, that's the front, and then you've got your two little pockets for tags and things, which I'm not putting in today. I haven't got time now. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Sorry, folks. And that goes there. Yeah. And then you've got your pocket on the inside. Yeah. I mean, gosh, you could do loads of pockets. You could do side pockets coming out, you know. I'll tell you who makes really good flip over the page is Wendy from Journal Adventures, isn't it? Wendy's Journal Adventures. I'll post her link below. Yeah, because she does some really brilliant like flip overs and that. But I'm just doing similar concept, but with the time card. She might have even done them with the time card. You know, I actually cannot keep up with everybody's videos now. I really can't, you know, because I have my own videos to edit and all that, and I try my best and watch people's and all that, but like I say, I'm just sort of going my own way. But all these things have all been done by, you know, people that we know quite well and all that. So I if I've seen one recently, I haven't seen one of these recently, so but the Matchbox ones, oh my gosh, we've done them years ago. I think I've got some in one of my old mini albums, and people do them, you think, oh yeah, I used to make them, you know, and that sort of thing. So it sort of put a trigger in your mind to do things, you know, which is absolutely brilliant. But like I say, I don't watch a lot of videos at the moment because I just haven't got the time. And when I go to bed now, I don't watch crafting videos because I was watching a lot of mixed media, but I was that interested in it, I wouldn't sleep. So now I tend to put on just a film that I've seen before, and then that helps me sleep because you sort of know it, don't you? Whereas if you put something on you haven't watched, you want to watch the end. Well, that's me anyway. So enough rambling on, Andrea. Okay, I'll go ahead and make some more up. Yeah, and then come back. You know, I'm not doing any of the tags inside or anything. It's just literally the making of them. Okay, and that could go the other way as well. It doesn't have to go, you know, you could have it that way. And then that's on the other side. And then you have to put a clip on the top. All right, it's either or, it doesn't matter. Okay, and I've got two ready-made pockets there, look. Ideal. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, done a few more up. Yeah, I did have some different size cards. This one I didn't fold over quite so much. But look at the difference. Yeah. So, but they've all worked out lovely, and you know, made them all a bit different. So that was the pocket. I think I showed you how to do that one, didn't I? That was the, you know, more room in the pocket. Yeah. And that was that one, and I sort of just put a few bits there. I put a few bit of pink down here somewhere. I've got some little you know, those little embroidery flowers that look nice in there, but I haven't got any handy, so I sort of had to tidy up because I was doing mixed media one night and everything. Oh, there they are. There's some here, you know, little bits of that around as well. So I would do that, but just thought I'd show you. And that's the other side, so that flips over the page. And guess what I found? I was looking for a journal that I hadn't finished and found a signature here, so I'm gonna have to, that's one of my unfinished projects. So I'm gonna have to finish this. Must have yeah, I think I put it together when I done the other one. So yeah, that can go on there, and then you clip it at the top. Okay. And that's the other side, and then you've got your pockets on the inside and that. So that's those. So I'll just show you. That's the 3 I've done, and all different sizes because I just folded them wherever. So, but they're great. Pocket in there, and flip over, and then there. Yeah, like I say, I haven't done this one up, so I would do them up a bit more. I'll send them out. Okay, and that's the back of that one, and that's the back of that one. That's just filling in that bit, you know, from the gap from that. That's there. That's I'll do show you these ones. That's the little half, you know, fold in half booklets. Very easy. Again, you know, like I say, I haven't decorated properly. Just put the basic decorating. And these ones, do you know what, it's really funny because these are definitely like the mini ones that Yvonne done and I've done recently, beginning of the spring. I think it's the same sort of concept. So, but Yvonne done them, well, they were lovely and small. So I post that video below. Totally forgot about that. So, and then just open out like that. I'm sure I don't know whether I've got one here. So I know I made a load up, but I've used most of them, I think. Oh, there's one. Yeah. Yeah, just, no, not quite the same. Not a matchbox, but it's, that's the ones we've done, you see. And then on a paper clip with a little booklet in. Yeah. So quite similar, really, that I've done there. But I will post that because that's a brilliant little video, and I've done loads up, so I'll post my video as well. But I think it might be in Try It Tuesday, I can't remember. So yeah, that's those ones done, and then I put a bit of lace on this one at the top, like that. I thought that looked better than just plain, so there's another one there. Like I say, some of my time cards were different sizes, so at least all the toppers fit. And red one, like I say, I would put something else on here to make sure I didn't stick anything down. No. There we go. These are on all different lengths, actually, that one, only because that's what I had left, and thought, no, I'm going to bring it in, use it. There we go. And that's those. So just some little projects out of time cards. So lovely. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching then, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.